So, before I dive into what this actually means, I just want to express the value, like what I feel like if I could just help make clear the significance of really seeing this, it would land more. So, this doesn't apply to some niche area. This is a basic understanding that applies to everything that we struggle with. Everything we struggle with is sort of in this area. Now, a recipe is something that we can follow step by step. You know, it says make bread. 500 gram flour, 500 grams of water, put some salt, put some this, that's it. 1, 2, 3, you just do the steps. Now, when it comes to making a car, it's the same. When it comes to a lot of things, it's the same. There's a recipe, you do it in a certain way. And we know how to do it, and we do it all the time. We have millions of cars, billions maybe. We make a lot of bread. We know how to do things that are recipes. Recipes are easy to follow. Now here's where the maps come in. Maps are things like politics, things like love, relationships, fame maybe, health, everything that we try to find, but we don't have a recipe for. There's no recipe for love. You can't just go out at 7 p.m., wear a black suit, say this line, and it works. Like no. It's fucking a map. And so what is a map? The recipe is just something you follow step by step. What is a map? A map is something you follow contextually. So the most important thing when you're looking at a map is what? The most important thing when we're looking at a map is seeing where we are on the map. When you go to the mall and you see the directory, the map thing at the beginning of the big building, it says you are here. Why does it say that? Because otherwise it would be meaningless. How do you know where the fuck to go if you don't know where you are on the map? So that's the most important thing. Because once you know where you are, you can figure out where to go. Whether you need to go left, right, go up a floor, go down a floor. It can change completely. That's the difference between a map. When you're following a map, when you want to go home, there's no one path you take every time, unless you're going to the same place. But there are different paths that you can take. If you're going north, you need to go south. If you go south, you need to go north. If you go up, you need to go down. If you go down, you need to go up. So, to come back home. So, this is why in politics we have left and right. Because when the thing is too tight, we need that left to like relax it. And when it's too loose, we need that right to tighten it up. Because it's a map, we're trying to stay in a certain place. And it's a variable thing that is contextual. And so when it comes to health, for example, there is no, just work out 3 hours a day or 30 minutes per day, go for a walk, eat a vegan diet, and you'll be fine. Or you eat only meat, and you work out, you lift weights 3 times a week, and you'll be fine. Like, no. Health is completely based on where you are. First, you have to see, where am I on this map? If I'm super active, I don't need to go do 30 minutes of walking already. If I'm very not active, if I'm just like customer service, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, sit on a desk, that's a different. Maybe I need to go walking, maybe I need to go running, maybe I need to do breathing, maybe I need to do cold showers to get my biology active. Maybe I don't need as much protein. Maybe I can relax and just eat some soups. And that will be better for me. Like that, my health will actually do better doing that. If I'm a power lifter and I just eat like some sprouts and soup, it's probably not gonna win me the world championship, because it's completely based on my style, my lifestyle. Where am I on the map? So in order to improve my health, where do I need to go? Do I need to increase activity? Do I need to decrease activity? Do I need to relax? Some people overwork themselves, overtrain, overmove, so active, too much. You need to calm down. But how do you know that? If you're looking for a recipe, if you're looking for the perfect diet, not for where you are, but just like some idea that there's some perfect diet out there, or that there is a perfect pickup line, or there's a perfect way to have sex and like do something. Like all these things are maps. They have very subtle, contextual, situational things that need to be addressed in order for us to really be able to make sense of it and be able to make use of it. Because the whole thing is very dependent on where we are. So same thing with love. If you're trying too hard, you need to try less. If you're not trying at all, you need to try harder. If you're too, same with happiness, same with politics, social well-being. If we're too loose, we need to make it tighter. All this stuff. And so this idea of the map and the recipe, it also applies to one of the most debated and fucked up things that we've done, which is the perception of enlightenment or heaven, or these like spiritual, metaphysical, ideal goals of being a hero, being enlightened, going to heaven. And these things are not maps. If it was, it would just come down. I mean, these things are not recipes. It would just be simple. Go to the temple 3 times a day, do XYZ, go home, that's it. But guess what? It doesn't work like that. In Islam, for example, in the Quran, it says, beware people who are praying. If you're fucking not paying attention, if you're distracted or something like that. Something that means something like that. So it's like literally saying like, if you're praying and you're not like the praying itself is not just something you do it and go home. Like it's based on where you are. If you're too generous, you're just wasting all your money, you can't even survive. Yeah, tone that down, baby. If you're too cheap, you're not giving anything, you need to up that. So it's all about understanding this concept of the map and seeing where am I, because there's no way to arrive at these things without being able to really put it together and see, okay, where am I and what do I need to do? Am I too lonely? Am I too X or too Y? Am I too disconnected from myself? Am I too connected to myself? As if there's even such a thing. And all this stuff. It's the same idea. It's the same idea. Because maybe you need to fast. Maybe you need to go make a pilgrimage. Maybe you need to go make a prayer. Maybe you need to be patient and just wait. Maybe you need to act and do something instead of just waiting. So just completely based on the context. So there's something very wrong. What I'm saying is I'm completely invalidating anyone's ability to just listen to a certain set of instructions with no context for you personally. That's not real. That doesn't work. If it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. Just like a car, just like a loaf of bread, just like a house, just like a piece of clothing. anything, we would just make it. It would just be super easy to be a hero, to be enlightened, to go to heaven. It would just be super easy. Everyone just do it, that's it. But it's fucking a map. And so the map needs awareness. It needs first to be able to look, see where you are, and then see where you need to go, and then figure out the path there. If to be a hero, you need more action, gotta do that. If you need more empathy, gotta do that. You need less empathy sometimes, you know? So it's all about all this different stuff. So that's the base concept. I wonder if it makes sense based on just what I've been saying. I think this whole thing can be figured out so much easier if we just saw where we're going and where we are. And if we understood that to achieve a healthy society, it is a map and not a recipe. It is not about just more equality all the time, or more capitalism all the time, or more freedom all the time, or more whatever. It's a map. We gotta see where we are and where we need to go every step of the way. It's not just some recipe that we can follow. Some guy can come, some Marx boy, and say, oh, this is the recipe for communism. Just follow this and it's gonna work out. That's not gonna work out. Oh, this is just the recipe for capitalism. Is this gonna work out? No, it's not gonna work out. There's no recipe that can work at that level. It's a map. And it needs a complete understanding of where we are and where we're going, why, how we're gonna do that. And the whole thing, it's not just like some shit. Fucking awareness and patience.